All right, we are live. Okay, Instagram. Let's go over to Facebook. Facebook. Mute. Mute. Okay, as long as it's not playing, because I don't want to hear a repeat of myself. Oops. Okay. Whoa. That wasn't supposed to happen. All right. Cool. Whoopsies. I think I was supposed to leave that out. Okay, nothing bad happened. So I think we're good. All right, what is going on, people? Happy, gosh, what day is it? It's Thursday. It is Thursday. I am all types of screwed up today. Funny enough, I ended up leaving my job an hour early because I was my W-2 an hour early because I was like, oh, it's time to roll out. I don't know what clicked in my brain to just start that process of wrapping up for the day, but I got home and Nicole's like, why are you home early? And I'm like, I'm not home early. What the hell? Check my watch, and it was, sure enough, it was an hour early. But anyway, super pumped. Tomorrow we have the Aspire event. Is this upside down? Aspire event. We'll be going down to Army Navy Drive in Arlington. So I'll be getting an early start. I mean, I guess my morning's going to start relatively the same time, which is 3:45, 4 a.m. And I will be headed down that way about 6. It's a 3-day masterclass, and it's going to be all about lending. So I am very excited to share some insights, share any tips I get. And yeah, I'm super pumped. I've been waiting for this since the last Aspire event back in December. But I feel like I have to give my future self apologies for missing, and anybody else who might have been expecting me yesterday, for missing my live, my daily journal, if you will, because I was just not feeling it. I wasn't in a great mood. I still could have shown up. Just to check the box. And one of the things I really realized is if you have, you can't see it because it's on that further side of my calendar, but I wrote up there, how do you eat an elephant? And the trick is 1 bite at a time. And what I was trying to do was tackle one of my problems all at once, instead of breaking it down into bite-sized tasks. And it became a bit overwhelming, and then I got some other news. That just stressed me out a little. And I just, did not bounce back well. I was not the tennis ball that I should have been. And yeah, so that's why we missed out. But we're going to do better. We're going to make 2025 a good year of consistency. We're going to focus on making these into some good journals. Man, I can't get some consistent heat in here. We turned the heat off for a little bit, and I was freezing up here. By freezing, I mean it was only 66 degrees. And then, of course, we put the heat on, and now I am starting to get hot. So that's the fun stuff. Anyway, back to today. I realized that I didn't realize this. I just felt like it would be good to talk to my future self about this, or maybe somebody who finds this video nestled deep in the YouTubes. And that is the importance of having an accountability partner, or multiple. Um, they can really take your problems and make them seem not insignificant, but they can just give you some new perspective and make you realize that some things really aren't as big as it seems. And that's what I kind of needed this morning, from one of my good friends, Kevin. So shout out, Kevin, wherever you are, if you're seeing this in the futures. You're great, love you. But yeah, I talked to him about some of the problems and issues that I was having last night, and it was, the conclusion that we came down to was, what I already knew, and that was, you just got to do the work. You just got to do it. Just break it down into a bite-sized task and get it done. Because looking at the whole picture could definitely be overwhelming. If somebody gave you a life blueprint, maybe not all of us, but myself, somebody were to give me a life blueprint and say, this is where you could go. You just need to do all of these tasks. I feel like I would be, pretty overwhelmed by that. But breaking it down into smaller, those bite-sized chunks, that's where the magic happens, because that's where we're able to process and able to process things a little better, and really focus on that one task that you need to do to even get started. Because once you get started, everything else just starts to flow naturally. But again, the hardest part of anything is just getting started and then being consistent at it. um, so yeah, that was my little takeaway from this morning. Would definitely like to get some more people in there. So if anybody in the future is interested, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram, Facebook, whatever the hell. If you go to Instagram, click my link in the bio, you can actually find my contact information. You can shoot me a text. But yeah, the more the merrier. And I would love to have more people in our accountability group, just to have more opinions, different experience, because we all come from such different walks of life. And even if you grew up in the same household and you're like a twin, you could have had vastly different excuse me vastly different ideas, when it comes to growing up. I heard a story about, a couple of brothers who grew up, and, they look back at their lives, and, one of them is, in this rich, successful place. And he's like, oh man, we had a great childhood, and this, that, and the third happened. And the other one, who had the exact same childhood, just didn't remember it the same. Maybe he didn't have the exact same childhood, but he just saw things in a different light. Um, and so, that extra perspective, um, really rounds things out. So that is what's been going on in my world. And as we pick back up from this holiday break, I've got my task over there listed. I actually just erased two of them. One of them was reaching out to um, one of our investors and seeing if we would be able to move that deal forward. Still waiting to hear back on that. Oh, great. I have to do all my sign-ins again because I just changed my password. Security. So yeah, one of them was reaching out to the lender, seeing how we can move forward on this deal in New York. And then someone else reached out to me on the school platform, but I'd shut down over the past 2 weeks, starting with Christmas, the holidays. I felt like it was a good time. Everyone's going to be enjoying themselves, enjoying some family time. It was definitely a good time to get focused, really dial in. I had a couple different things that I needed to accomplish. I got some of it done. Really, I ended up getting stuck on the one task, which I'm still working on, which is still sitting up there on that board. And I feel like that is one of the most pressing items for me, because I am not big on social media, and the consistency that I've shown for myself is just absolutely wild, and I don't want to break that streak. And so I will continue to, consistently post every day to consistently provide value where I can. And yeah, that's just what I'm going to do, which is why that one is so important to me. There's also the newsletter, which I look into the formatting, kind of how to set it up. The only other thing is like actually putting the pieces together, which, to be honest, I really don't expect to take that long. I also knocked out my lender spreadsheet. So that is my spreadsheet with all of my lender data on it, which helps me quickly and accurately find, solutions to scenarios and figure out how to send, which person to the right lender based on what their needs are, where the location is, this, that, and the third. That's what that table is for. So that's what I thought would give me an edge in the coming year, this year. And I am actually glad it's put together because it's already been very useful. So that was one of my priority tasks that I was actually happy to get done, which was great. And then with that, we also started 75 Hard, day 2. I'm at about the 3 p.m. mark on this. This is actually round 2. I would say it was probably about up here when I filled it once I got home, but we have already drank our gal for the day. So we're good. If you're following me on Instagram, you probably saw that. I don't know if my Instagram stories post to Facebook. I don't really check. But yeah, we're cracking it down. We got a 4.3 mile run in this morning. And then just we did it in 38 minutes, 38:20. And then we just walked around for the last, 7, 8, whatever minutes until that actual 45-minute walk. Just a little cool down walk, which I'm going to make sure. I wanted to make sure I had the full 45 on the timer, but once I actually stopped the Strava timer, it actually just stopped where I actually finished running, kind of, so it didn't even show the full amount. And that might be because of my start and end location. It's just changing the time based on that. Just because it removes that first like eighth of a mile of your start and your finish. Probably just for, security reasons, so nobody cannot track you to your house. But yeah, definitely want to work on improving that, and it's about to get a lot colder. So to be honest, I am really not looking forward to it whatsoever. I do not enjoy the cold. We're supposed to get a shit ton of snow on Monday. And I don't really know what my plan is for that yet. But we have to get 45 minutes of outdoor exercise, and so we're going to do it. I'm not going to let the snow stop me. So one way or another, this is going to get done. I don't care if I have to, shovel a little path in front of my driveway and or in the backyard and jump rope for 45 minutes. We're going to get it done. And then over this weekend, or over, today, Saturday, Sunday, which I'm really hoping we don't get too much snow over the weekend because I will not be home. And I don't want to get stuck somewhere where I don't live. It's pretty simple. I'd rather be snowed in my own house than snowed into a hotel or an airport. And, I'm staying at an airport hotel. Anyway, but yeah, I just really don't want to get snowed in anywhere but home. I'd rather be here with all my fancy stuff. Got my French press that I got for Christmas. Made some delicious coffee out of there. If anybody's got any coffee recommendations, love to hear it. Okay. But yeah, definitely don't. My plan for this weekend to make sure I stay consistent with the 75 hard is actually I need to check I'm planning on just leaving my car in a parking garage for those 3 days, just walking past, checking all of it. And then of course, I'll be taking it home after the event on Sunday. And so the main thing there is it's going to be about a 20-minute walk from the hotel to the venue. And so I really plan on just mapping a large route and just making that my 45-minute walk. Um, and so, yeah, that should be very good. Also, very cold. But we will see what happens. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to 75 days of consistency. I already see a couple of challenges coming up for myself. Um, Mainly next month. Um, I will not mention those challenges on here, but there will be challenges nonetheless, and I will overcome them. And that is so that's pretty much what I got for the day. So yeah, I'm starving. I'm gonna go have some protein, some calories, and some carbs, and fuel up for this run tomorrow because we're gonna have a long day ahead of us. That being said, I will catch you folks tomorrow, or not, for my 7 p.m. Um, 7 p.m. recap. I'm just gonna turn these into a personal vlog, really. Um, Happy to do more Q&A, more DSCR, more, all the great mortgage stuff that people want to know about. But again, I don't want to sit here and talk till I'm blue in the face and say the same things over and over because there's only so much you can learn about these loan products. So um, I want to be consistent with this. It's really not for anybody else. I'm going to be completely honest. For my thoughts from today, really not for anybody else. Really just for myself as a log to hold myself accountable. And in the future, 10 years from now, it'll be fun to look back on this. And at the same time, it might help somebody else who is going through the same process or a similar struggle. And they'll get to see me in all my splendor in this lovely home that I'm currently living in at the bottom. And they'll know it's possible because I'll have documented the journey. So that's what I plan on doing in here. I know I've titled this night Journey to Success. I just like that name. I don't know if it'll stick, but that's what we got. That's where we're at. See y'all tomorrow.